Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Matt Horner with Sports Mockery, bringing you another video to the channel. So yesterday, Superbook Sports Las Vegas released their odds for the 2022 Super Bowl coming up next year. I believe that is Super Bowl LVI, I believe. It all blends together because the logos are like the same now. There's nothing creative about them. Let me know in the comments what you feel about that as well. Like, what is with the non-creative Super Bowl like logos and emblems now? I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, the divisional round of the playoffs this year is behind us. There's only 3 games left in the year: the 2 championship games and, of course, the Super Bowl. Obviously, this season has been unprecedented with the COVID situations and everything going on like that right now. But 3 games left in the NFL season. I know it's extremely painful. Believe me, I wish we had more NFL games. I wish the NFL was year-round. But of course, that's an impossibility, as it is with all sports. So sports books across the country are going to be putting out their odds for next year's Super Bowl coming up soon. Basically, who's the favorites, who is the bottom feeders, who they believe has the best chance to win the Super Bowl next year as compared to who they believe doesn't have a shot at all. So I took a look at this. So Superbook Sports Las Vegas is one of the big sports books in Las Vegas, which of course is our gambling town in the United States. So they released their odds to win the Super Bowl next year. If you take a look at it, obviously at the top of it, I'll have a link in the description box below to the article I wrote to pair with this video. The Chiefs hold the top spot, plus 600. That is obvious, right? That they were going to be at the top until they lose. I don't feel like, there's any reason for them not to have the best odds to win the Super Bowl next year. Green Bay comes in second at plus 1,000. They are the NFC's top seed, so it's not surprising to see the number 1 top seed in the AFC and the number 1 top seed in the NFC as the 2 best odds to win the Super Bowl next year, since they got the top seeds this year and they're not yet eliminated. So Patrick Mahomes, his health obviously right now is in question, whether he got a concussion or not in their last game against the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, when you looked at him, it didn't really look like it was a big hit or anything. Like the replay, it just seemed like he kind of fell down like on his head. Maybe he hit it the wrong way or something like that, but it didn't seem that bad. But when he went to stand up, man, his legs were like falling out from underneath him. So obviously that's not a good thing for him. But as long as Patrick Mahomes is in a quarterback for the Chiefs and Aaron Rodgers is in a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, I don't see why they're not going to be the co-favorites next year. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills, they're tied with the Packers at plus 1,000. The Bills are having a revelation of a season, so it seems. They're one of the teams that hasn't really been successful for years, but now they seem to have built up a good roster. They made that amazing trade for Stephon Diggs, and their team is just locked and loaded. They're young. The loss of Brian Dable, if he goes and takes a head coaching position elsewhere, look at that. That could be something for the Bills next year. The loss of Brian Dable might bring them down a little bit, but I still see them as being one of the top contenders. That division is the Dolphins are pretty good. If they get Deshaun Watson, keep a look at that as well. They could be contenders, but Patriots, not any longer. And that's the main point of this video, the main point of the article. The Jaguars, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they just won 1-15. They have better odds to win the Super Bowl next year, according to Super Sportsbook Las Vegas, than the New England Patriots. So obviously losing Tom Brady really did a number on the Patriots. They've gone from consistent favorites to win the Super Bowl to being one of the biggest underdogs. So the Jaguars, they're going to have Trevor Lawrence, presumably Trevor Lawrence, who knows, but they have Urban Meyer, the legendary college football coach from Ohio State, which leads people to think that maybe they're going to draft Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence, but I don't see that happening. There's no way Trevor Lawrence doesn't go number 1. It just doesn't seem right. If that was the case, it could happen, who knows. But presumably with Trevor Lawrence in the fold and with Urban Meyer in the fold, the Jaguars have a little bit to build on there. I think they're a little overvalued here. They come in at plus 5,000 to win. The lowest odds, by the way, are plus 10,000. So plus 5,000 for the Jags, I think, is a little high because they have a ton of holes on their roster, like other than quarterback and coach. They needed a lot of other things as well. Their defense is terrible, so they need to completely rebuild that. And I don't see that just amazingly getting better next year, like really good. So I think they're a little bit overvalued at plus 5,000. But a lot of people are going to be on them, a lot of the public bettors and stuff like that, because the fact they have Trevor Lawrence and they have Urban Meyer as their head coach. So clearly, Bill Belichick has a lot of work to do to get the Patriots back where they want to be. Looking at the Patriots, they're at plus 6,000 odds to win the Super Bowl. You haven't seen that in over 2 decades, right? The Patriots have been consistently one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl for years and years now with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, and that entire organization has been so successful over the past 2 decades. We all know Bill Belichick is a great coach. He's not going to let the quarterback position go unanswered. Obviously, Cam Newton isn't the answer. It was a disaster last year. What did he have? 5 touchdown passes or something? Completely terrible. And we know he's going to change that, right? We know the quarterback position isn't going to be. It can't be that bad next year for the New England Patriots. Let's say that. I think it's a bit long for the Patriots. This number plus 6,000. They're going to be getting back 8 players from that COVID opt-out list. Some of those are pretty decent, pretty good players, like Patrick Chung, the safety, among others, are going to be coming back next year off the COVID opt list, or presumably, hopefully. Lord help us, hopefully. So that'll be over, and these players will come back and play football, the game that they love. And not only that, but the quarterback position will be different, and you really can't get worse play than what Cam Newton produced for them last year. And then you take a look at the longest odds. Obviously, the New York Jets coming in last at plus 10,000. I'm not sure that's entirely correct either. The Jets aren't. I don't think the Jets are as terrible as people think they are. Like, they can win some football games. They've got a really competent head coach now, at least we think, in Robert Saleh. He's really good with the 49ers, so there's no reason to think he's going to be incompetent with the New York Jets, although the Jets organization seems to make competent people look incompetent. So, but I think Saleh is going to do a really good job with them. And keep an eye out, again, Deshaun Watson, these trade rumors going around. Could Watson go to the Jets? It's a real possibility. They have one of the best odds, plus 400 to go to the New York Jets. So that obviously would bring their Super Bowl title futures a little bit up there, because plus 10,000 is last in the league. With Watson, obviously that's going to go up. You're going to get worse value than plus 10,000. But there you go, folks. The Jaguars have better odds to win the Super Bowl next year than the New England Patriots. When did we think this was going to happen? Never. I mean, seriously, insanity. Go ahead in the comment box below, comment who you think is going to win the Super Bowl next year, and give me what team it is, their odds, and how much maybe you would put down on that, how much you think you would put down for that team to win next year's Super Bowl. So I will see all of you in the next video here on the channel, and have a fantastic day, guys. Good luck betting. See you next time.